since I'm not likely to see you next weekend,
Okay.
I'll do something which I've done once before, and I want to sing next weekend because next weekend is the anniversary of Agincourt, 24th of October. So I'll sing the Agincourt song. Blah, blah, blah. Right. How do I forget? Oh, just thinking how to start. King was sitting. The king was sitting. Oh, I can't remember how it starts now. Sitting on his throne was sitting. He called up. How can I make such a mess of it? The king was sitting on his throne. Oh, this is awful. I don't normally do this. And on his throne was sitting, he called up his little page. Sorry, I've done this wrong. Let me start once again and I'll give up. On his throne, I'll start again with a second verse, a second line. On his throne was sitting he bethought himself of a tribute due, been due in France for many a year. A king was sitting on his throne, and on his throne was sitting he bethought himself of a tribute due, been due in France so many a year. Then he called up his little page, called he. He said, you must go to the King of France, demand the tribute due to me. Away, away, went the little page. Away, away, away went he, until he came to the King of France. Then he fell on his bended knee. Our king's as good, great as you. Our king is great as well as you. He demands a tribute due. Been oh God, been due in France so many a year. Your king is young of tender age, not fit to come to my degree. 5 tennis balls I'll send to him, that in France, that in French land he dare not me see. Away, away, when the little page, away, away, away went he, until he came to his master dear. Then he fell on his bended knee. What news, my little page? What news for me? Such news, So, oh, I'm not doing it well today. Such news, cried the little page. The king and you will not agree. He says you're young, of tender age, not fit to come to his degree. 5 tennis balls he sends to you, that in French land you dare not him see. The king he numbered up his men by 1 and 2 and 2 and 3, until he got 3,000 men, a noble, bold, jolly company. No married men, no widow sons, no married men may come with me. No married men, no widow sons, no widow sons may come with me. Then he marched off to France with guns and with drums and trumpets merrily. The first that spake was the King of France. Says, yonder comes bold King Henry. The first broadside the Frenchmen gave, they killed our men most bitterly. But the next broadside that the English gave, they killed 3,033. Then up spake the King of France, the Lord have mercy on my men and me. If you'll go back from whence you came, with drums and trumpets merrily, the flower I'll give to you, the flower of France, and 5 tons of gold shall be your fee. So he's marched back from whence he came, with drums and trumpets merrily, and I can't remember this, and with him came the flower of France, and 5 tons of gold was his fee. Sorry, that was very bad.
I tell you what, I spent 5 months in 1969 learning my part in a 1-act play. I don't know how long it would have taken me to memorize that.
I mean, I've only learned it in the last 3 or 4 weeks.
Well,
That's okay. I applaud you anyway.
It was really. So now I'm going to do a song. Before we run out of time to do songs, I'll do a blues. And that's my specialty. Let's see if I can get it on without changing harmonicas. Let's see.
I'm going to mute.
When you're driving your automobile, put your hands on the steering wheel. Sometimes you got to relax your mind. no, I got the right harmonica. I thought I had to change harmonicas. Let's see. Relax your mind, relax your mind, makes you feel so fine sometimes. Sometimes you got to relax your mind. Now when the light turns green, just put your foot on the gasoline. Sometimes you've got to relax your mind. Relax your mind, relax your mind, makes you feel so fine sometimes. Sometimes you've got to relax your mind. Relax your mind, relax your mind, makes you feel so fine sometimes. Sometimes you've got to relax your mind. When the light turns red, put your foot on the brake instead. Sometimes you've got to relax your mind. And when the light turns yellow, you got to turn around and hug your fellow. Sometimes you got to relax your mind. And when the light turns blue, what in the world are you gonna do now? Sometimes you've got to relax your mind. So that's an old Lead Belly song.
All right.
Speaking of the Lomaxes.
Really? Well, that was really exceptionally wonderful.
Oh, thank you. It's one I enjoy playing. And
Yeah, I could tell. Is it my turn?
it is
Yep.
indeed.
Okay, I got another one here for you. And I'll put the punoff.com address up there for you. Okay, this one is called The Stars. Strewing stars from unclasped hands leads my eyes to whirls of galaxies. When will I ever be through creating, I ask? No one cares on city streets full of taxis. How can I begin to grasp the reason I do this? When will my life get back to something like normal? There's no answer in the street besides whirls of dust. And though I want something to come, it's informal. Will they have tiny points like those on my childhood Christmas tree? Can it be said there would be 5 or 6 or 500 of them? Only I can answer what will happen inside this head of mine, blasting out solar systems like digital cities from Sim. Concussion is what they said I had when I at last came to. I was struck by the trailer of a failing 18-wheeler, sliding off the main thoroughfare of my fair city like cards from a penny ante table poker. No radio astronomers noticed when the stars began to shine, though what were once only clouds of far-flung gas. There are so many stars in the universe's fields that I could literally say to myself, this too shall pass. I think that's it for me. I'm going to slide out of here in about 10 minutes.
Okay. All right. Well, that was quite wonderful too. Thank you. So Marion, could you give us another
I'll
song?
do this a bit better, but I'm feeling a bit thirsty actually. Right. Oh.
Wait. I missed what you said about it, Mary.
Sorry. It's very good.
I missed what you said about it. Did you say something about it?
No, I just said I'm struggling because I'm a bit thirsty and I haven't got a drink. But
Well, we're not going anywhere. We can certainly pause for you to get a little drink.
actually, I might just get some water from
Yeah,
the
good
bathroom. Just be a sec.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like we're on stage. Good grief.
Yeah, I'm not sure how long we want to extend this after you're gone, especially.
I don't know that anybody else is going to show up.
No, I don't think so. If they haven't shown up by the time Marion does one, I'll do another one.
Yeah, I wonder what happened to the Hortons, for instance.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, maybe they'll all come back.
Who knows?
Yeah,
Right.
we have had very large groups, and there's some people who are very regular that we don't see much. But we'll see what happens. I'll stop some of the Saturday sessions, and if these things I figure have their lifespan, and maybe it's time for this one to spin off into reality somewhere. Well, Marion, I would love to hear another song, so I'm going to mute myself. And
Very traditional one. One day in May when the weather was gay. No, one day in May when the fields were gay. Serene and pleasant was the weather. I spied a lass and a very bonny lass. She was swooping the dew from among the heather down the moor. In among the heather o'er the moor, through the heather, I spied a lass and a very bonny lass. She was swooping the dew from among the heather down the moor. Barefoot was she, but comely dressed. On her head neither hat nor feather. Her skirts were neatly round her waist, and she went tripped through the blooming heather down the moor. in among the heather or the moor, through a heather. Skirts were fleet around her waist as she tripped through the blooming heather down the moor. I stepped up to this bonny lass. I asked her why came she hither. She answered me, down by bonny burnside, I'm herding all my ewes together down the moor, in among the heather or the moor, through her. She said, down by bonny burnside, I am herding all my ewes together down the moor. I courted her the livelong day, but was light as any feather. Sorry, I'm not with it tonight. I'll start that again. I courted her the livelong day. Heart was light as any feather, until the beams of the red setting sun came slanting down among the heather down the moor, in among the heather or the moor, through the heather, until the beams of the red setting sun came slanting down among the heather down the moor. She said, young sir, I must away, for my ewes are straying from each other, and ewes are straying from each other. I'm as loath to part with you as a bonny sweet one to part the mother down the moor, in among the heather or the moor, through heather. I'm as loath to part with you as my bonny wee lambs to part their mother down the moor. So up she got and away she ran. Her name and place I did not gather. If I were king, I'd make her my queen, the bonny wee lass I met among the heather down the moor, in among the heather or the moor, through the heather. If I were king, I'd make her my queen, the bonny wee lass I met among the heather down the moor. Right, that's it, but again, pretty
Well, that
bad.
was lovely. Yeah, so that's, I presume it's a Scottish song, Bonnie Wee Lass and all.
Oh, yeah, I presume.
I'm out of here. See you guys later.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a threesome.
Yeah, I presume it was Scottish. I mean, it's was sung by what's happened to my brain? It's not working tonight at all.
No, it's a rare night that my
Peter
brain's not
Bellamy.
working at
Peter
all.
Bellamy. He used to sing it. I mean, he died about 30 years ago. Just
So what are your usual sources for the songs you sing?
websites, CD, websites. Some I learn from people.
Just like kind of the usual suspects of British ballad singers like A.L. Lloyd and Ewan MacColl and Peggy Seeger. And
no, I don't really do any of those actually.
Really?
No. I mean, I listen to them. But I mean, I do sing a couple of Peggy Seegers, sorry, I do a couple of Ewan McColls. Oh, can't think. Love Call Me Home, and can't think. I can't think.
No, that's okay.
I've just reached total. Everything's blanking. But I suppose my favourite singers, I don't know if you've heard of them in America. My favourite singer is think of his name. I don't know. Oh goodness me. Got loads of his. I don't think he's well known in the States, and I can't think of his name either. How very irritating. And I love I think I should give up. I think I've got dementia.
Sometimes one just goes blank. I've gotten a lot from June Tabor and Maddie Pryor.
June Tabor, definitely June Tabor.
June Tabor, yes. I was just listening to the Silly Sisters album. Do you know that one, the Silly Sisters?
Yes, the Silly Sisters.
It's June Tabor and Maddie Pryor. I mean, talk about
I think
two great voices.
The first song, record vinyl I ever had was Summer Solstice, which was Maddie Pryor and Tim Hart's. That was the first one I ever had. Yeah, I'm still, I don't know. Don't know what's happened with me tonight. I've got no brain.
Okay. Well, oddly enough, A.L. Lloyd, who always was kind of a strange singer, his funny voice, but he recorded, piles of LPs for Folkways and for British labels, and he recorded Australian songs, and I mean, it's just a tremendous wealth of material, and you can find.
Yeah. I mean, I have listened to some of them.
Well, there's Mary Jane.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you to sing a song, but I see you just took a bite of lunch.
Yeah, well, it's just a cookie. It's the rest of my lunch. I had something to do today, and I finally got it done and was able to get back. So you're having a kind of another slim day.
Yeah, very slim.
On circles.
This is our slimmest ever. Rick was here as he left just as you arrived.
Oh.
Where 2 or 3 are gathered, I guess you can have a song session.
Yeah, well, I was trying to get a different, I didn't want to be so dark today, and now I feel like I've got too much light on myself.
I've remembered the name of my favourite singer. That's just really irritating me. Nick Dow. You know, Nick Dow.
Yeah, I've heard very few of his stuff.
I've
heard the name, but I'm not very familiar.
Nick Dow and June Tabor are Pete
Let's see if I can do this one, since we were talking about Maddie Pryor and Tim Hart. I gotta find the lyrics though.
Yeah. So have y'all done any singing yet?
Yeah, we sang too. Oh. There are only a couple of
them. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, let's see.
I've sung too very badly. Dreadful.
Are you ready to sing one, Mary Jane?
Yeah, I could probably sing one.
Yeah, you go ahead, and I will look up the words to this one I just thought of.
Okay. Yeah, I have a few planned out that I was going to sing, and I didn't, well, I don't have them very well organized, but at least they're here. This one's an old cowboy song called Cool Water. Oh, I don't have the kazoo, so I wasn't very well organized. I just got back from the marina and I wasn't very well organized out
I
there.
see. Well, we'll just hope that the kazoo is in the right key.
I hope so. I tuned it earlier, so no, not really. Okay, here we go. All day I face the barren waste without the taste of water. Ooh, water. Old Dan and I, with throats burned dry and souls that cry for water. Ooh, clear water, 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 water. Keep a moving, Dan, don't you listen to him, Dan. He's a devil, not a man, and he spreads the burning sand with water. Dan, can you see that big green tree where the water's running free and it's waiting there for me and you? Water, water, water. The nights are cool and I'm a fool. Each star's a pool of water. Cool water. But with the dawn I'll wake and yawn and carry on to water. Ooh, clear water. The shadows sway and seem to say, tonight we pray for water. Ooh, water. And way up there he'll hear our prayer and show us where there's water. Ooh, clear water. Keep a moving, Dan, don't you listen to him, Dan. He's a devil, not a man, and he spreads the burning sand with water. Dan, can you see that big green tree where the water's running free and it's waiting there for me and you? Dan's feet are sore, he's yearning for just one thing more than water. Ooh, water. Like me, I guess he'd like to rest where there's no quest for water. Ooh, clear water, 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 water. Keep a moving, Dan, don't you listen to him, Dan. He's a devil, not a man, and he spreads the burning sand with water. And can you see that big green tree where the water's running free and it's waiting there for me and you?
I'll make some noise.
Yeah, there you go. Sometimes it takes me a minute to find the little microphone icon. Very good, Mary Jane. Mary Jane is a mainstay of Austin singing sessions for a long time, and she's all stalwart. I thought if you had missed this one, that would be the only one of these sessions since we started 2 years ago that you missed.
Well, I did miss one in a September. I didn't have any internet service. And I had,
Oh,
it
see,
was
but that's what
not,
it takes.
not last month, but a year ago in September. And that was the one, it was, I don't know, I think it was a Celtic that I missed because of
Ah.
that. So I had a good excuse, but
Yeah. Yeah.
I have a probably as good a record as anybody.
Yeah, I think you may have the best, because I sometimes miss the Celtic touristones who. Well, if Marion will forgive me, I'm going to attempt a British song here.
Right.
And this is one that I learned off an album that Maddie Pryor and I think Tim Hart did before the whole Steel Ice Band era.
Yeah.
You probably know it. We'll see. I'm going to put I think I can remember all the words, but I'm going to put my cheat sheet up anyway. Of a Bristol butcher, as I have heard them say, he started out from London town on a certain day. He said, a frolic I will have, my fortune for to try. I will go into Leicestershire, some cattle for to buy. When he arrived at Leicester town, he came into an inn. He called for an ostler and boldly he stepped in. He called for liquor of the best, he being a roving blade, and quickly set his eyes upon the lovely chambermaid. She took him up a candle, light him up to bed. This is the most recurring theme in all of English folk music. And you can only blame this poor young woman's ignorance of the folk tradition for what she does. She took him up a candle to light him up to bed. And when she came into the room, these are the words he said. One sovereign I'll give to you, all to enjoy your charms. And this fair maid all night did sleep all in the butcher's arms. Was early the next morning, he prepared to go away. The landlord said, your reckoning, sir, you have forgot to pay. Oh no, kind sir, the butcher said, pray do not think it strange. One sovereign I gave your maid, and I haven't got a change. They straightway called the chambermaid and charged her with the same. The golden sovereign she lay down for fear she get the blame. The butcher, he then went home, well pleased with what was past. But soon our pretty chambermaid grew thick about the ways. Age my lyrics here. Was in a 12-month after, came to town again, and then as he had done before, he stopped at that same inn. Was then the buxom chambermaid, she's chanced him for to spy, for to see. She brought a babe just 3 months old and placed it on his knee. Well, the butcher sat like one amazed, and at the child did stare. But when the joke he did find out how he did stare. said, kind sir, it is your own. Pray do not think it strange. One sovereign I gave to you, and to see you got your change. Come all ye brisk and lively blades, and pray be ruled by me. Look well to your bargains before your money pay, or soon perhaps your folly will give you cause to range. If there you sport with pretty girls, so be sure and get your change. A rough and
Yeah.
rowdy theme, but a fun
I mean, I
song.
don't know it very well, but I have heard it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I could sing you one of my Nick Dow songs.
okay.
And let's see, I hope I do it a bit better than the other one.
Oh, we're all rooting for you here.
Yeah, well, doesn't matter. I feel okay. It's only 3 people, you know. Right. Oh, so it's always the starting I find difficult. Bright autumn day, on the 1st of November, on a bright autumn day, through the hills of Dramina I chanced for to stray. My feeding was the green grass and the cloves of yon ground, when my heart was set beating by the cry of the hounds. Moosheri tally ho, Harky over, hi ho, harky over, cried the huntsman, harky over, hi ho. Well, they hunted me up and they hunted me down, the brave huntsman of Strahan on my trail set the hounds, over highlands and lowlands and barrens also, over hedges and ditches like the wind I did go. Moosheri tally ho, harky over, hi ho, harky over, cried the huntsman, harky over, hi ho. Well, revel and revel, they gave me the gold rush. Oh, when they found me, 'twas in a rush bush. Well, for better or worse, I know I must die, but I'll do my endeavour those hounds to defy. Moosheri tally ho, harky over, hi ho, harky over, cried a huntsman, harky over, hi ho. Well, I know I must die, I know not the crime, to the value of 6pence I ne'er harmed mankind. I was never brought up for to rob or to steal, apart from the droppings and the tops of green kale. Moosheri tally ho, harky over, hi ho, harky over, cried the huntsman, harky over, hi ho. Well, up steps the huntsman to end all my strife. Cries, let the hare go, give her play for her life. It's better by far to hunt Reynard the fox who ate all our chickens and never got caught. Moo-sharai, tally-ho, Aki-ova, hi-ho. Aki-ova, cried a huntsman, Aki-ova, hi-ho. Hare's lamentation.
Oh, very nice.
Very well delivered.
Yeah. You want to do another one, Mary Jane?
Oh, I guess it's my turn already.
Yes.
It comes around pretty
Very
fast.
rapidly revolving sessions.
Yeah. Well, I had two Halloweeny songs today, and this is one of them. I was gonna try to space them out with something else, but they'll be coming up in rapid succession with a group this small. This one's called the Irish Ballad Rickety Tickety Tin by Tom Lear. So you might, if you know it, I need say no more. If you don't know it, it's about the worst murder story that was ever written that I can think of at any rate. Anyway, I got to get myself hooked up here. I'm playing a baritone ukulele today. There's one out here at the lake, so I figured I may as well play it. About a maid, I'll sing a song, sing rickety tickety tin. About a maid, I'll sing a song who didn't have her family long. Not only did she do them wrong, she did every one of them in. She did every one of them in. One morning in a fit of pique, sing rickety tickety tin. One morning in a fit of pique, she drowned her father in the creek. The water tasted bad for a week, and we had to make do with gin, with gin. We had to make do with gin. Her mother, she could never stand, sing rickety tickety tin. Her mother, she could never stand, and so a cyanide soup she planned. The mother died with a spoon in her hand, and her face in a hideous grin, a grin, her face in a hideous grin. She set her sister's hair on fire, sing rickety tickety tin. She set her sister's hair on fire, and as the smoke and flames rose higher, she danced around the funeral pyre, playing a violin, oh Lynn, playing a violin. She weighted her brother down with stones, sang rickety tickety tin. She weighted her brother down with stones and sent him off to Davy Jones. And all they ever found were some bones and occasional pieces of skin, occasional pieces of skin. One day when she had nothing to do, sing rickety tickety tin. One day when she had nothing to do, she cut her baby brother in two and served him up as an Irish stew and invited the neighbors in, invited the neighbors in. And when at last the police came by, sing rickety tickety tin. And when at last the police came by, her little praying she did not deny. For to do so, she would have had to lie. And lying she knew was a sin, a sin. Lying she knew was a sin. My tragic tale I won't prolong, sing rickety tickety tin. My tragic tale I won't prolong, and if you do not enjoy my song, give yourself to blame if it's too long. You should never have let me begin, begin. You should never have let me begin.
Mute the thing as
Oh,
well.
yes, that great Irish balladeer, Tom Lear. He only gave us one Irish song, but
Yeah, well,
Sorry, who was
it's
that
not
by?
much of an Irish song, but she did make it Irish stew during the course of it.
yeah. What were you saying, Marion?
Yeah, I was wondering who it was by, but said
Yeah,
Tom
Tom
Lear.
Lear. Tom
Yeah.
Lear was sort of a piano singer in the 40s and 50s who did an array of completely delightful, stupid songs.
Right.
So if you've
Yeah.
not discovered Tom Lear, look him up on
Right.
YouTube
I'm
or
gonna
something, because he'll have you in stitches.
Yeah, my partner knew it, so we have heard it, but I couldn't remember it. But, yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess I got another one in me. Let's see. Harmonica. Okay. This is a song that's from the Georgia Sea Islands. I learned it from Peggy Seeger. Who did this arrangement. And it's often sung, I often sing it for children as a children's song. Watch the stars, see how they run. Oh, watch the stars, see how they run. The stars come shining around the setting of the sun. Oh, watch the stars, see how they run. Oh, watch the moon, see how she shines. Oh, watch the moon, see how she shines. The moon comes shining around the setting of the sun. Oh, watch the moon, see how she shines. Oh, feel the wind, see how it blows. Feel the wind, feel how it blows. The wind come up around the setting of the sun. Oh, feel the wind, see how it blows. Oh, watch the stars, see how they run. Watch the stars, see how they run. The stars come up around the setting of the sun. Oh, watch the stars, see how they run. Oh, watch the stars, see how they run. Thank you. Very simple song. I've always found it very charming.
It's a beautiful song.
Yeah, I was trying to find another song. I can't find it, and I don't know if I remember it now.
Okay. Well, we usually go to 5, but I think with 3 people, that's kind of ridiculous. So I don't know, up to you guys if you want to keep going, keep singing. Otherwise, we could call it an early evening.
Yeah.
I'll do one more. And
Okay.
whatever. It's not the one. I was thinking of The Wife of Usher's Well, because that's a nice Halloweeny one.
Yeah. Mhm.
I can't find it, so you'll know this one as well. Holland Handkerchief. Do you know it?
Nope.
I'm not sure if I do. We'll find out.
Right. Again, let's start. That's my always difficult bit, starting it off. A wealthy squire lived in our town. He was a man of high renown. I'm just trying to get it right. He had a daughter, a beauty bright, and the name he called her was his heart's delight. And many years a young man to court her came, but none of them could her favour win, till came a man of low degree, and of all the young men she favoured he. But when her when her father he came to know that she did favour this young man so, full 40 miles he sent him away, all for to deprive her of a wedding day. One night as she lay in her bedroom, she love appeared out the very gloom. He touched her hand and at her did say, "Arise, my love, and let's away." This young man she jumped on behind, and they rode as fast as a very wind. And after that ridden a mile more, he said, my darling, but my head is sore. A Holland handkerchief she then got out and wrapped it round his aching head about. She kissed his lips and the hem did say, your lips are as cold as the very clay. And when they came to her father's gate, get down, for it's very late. Get down, my love, and go to bed. I'll see this noble horse is watered and fed. And then they came to her father's hall. Who's there, who's there? Her own father did call. It's only I, you sent for me. My love was a messenger sent by thee. Oh no, that's false, and it cannot be. Your words are false, and you lie to me. Aye, for on yon hillside your love did die, and in yonder churchyard his body lies. The truth then dawned on this maiden brave, and with her friends she did open up the grave. There lay her love, though 9 months dead, with a Holland handkerchief tied round his head. Holland handkerchief.
Very good, and it was new to me. I haven't.
Is it new to you? Oh, that's right. Very
It's
common.
yeah, very interesting tune. It seemed like it had a lot of range to it. All
Yeah.
those low notes
Oh,
in
yeah.
particular.
Certainly did.
Right.
You did a great job.
Okay.
One more, Mary Jane?
Yeah, I guess I may as well. This one is an original, which I've never done before. And maybe I'll do it some other time since there's so few
Yeah.
people to listen to it. I'll do a repeat on it, but it's called Drought Break, and it was written in 2011 at the time when the terrible drought of 2011 was breaking, and that's why it's called Drought Break. But we were having a droughty September, and so I started thinking about the song, decided to pull it out and blow the dust off of it. So here it goes. Well, let's see, does it have, I don't remember if it has a kazoo part or not, but just in case it does, I'll be prepared. Okay. creek dried up, evaporated out. For months we've suffered unrelenting drought. Drought and rain, will the lakes ever rise again? Rain and drought, will the water supply run out? It's been so hot, some garden plants have died, and bay tree leaves look like they have been fried. The land is suffering from a dry disease, a record year for 100 degrees. Drought and rain, will the lakes ever rise again? Rain and drought, will the water supply run out? Yet buried in the soil remains the seed, en route to pierce the surface as a weed. The tiny pairs of leaves are green and strong. They will become a whole plant before long. Rain and drought, soft green grass has begun to sprout. Drought and rain, lakes will begin to rise again. And source of wonder I cannot explain. The ecstasy from lilies of the rain, their quickly blooming stalks upon the slope, their light uplifting petals bring me hope. Rain and drought, soft green grass has begun to sprout. Drought and rain, lakes will begin to rise again. Lakes will begin to rise again.
Very good. So Mary Jane, did you write a song for the big winter freeze of last year?
Oh, I should, but I haven't
Somebody ought
yet.
to. Somebody ought to. It was such a dramatic event.
Yeah, it really was. And there was a lot of pain associated with it.
Yeah.
Like it froze my boat. It destroyed my boat engine. And that's why I'm out here right now, is because I was finally getting rid of my boat. Somebody was going to come and haul it off. And it's a real sad thing, because the boat still looked pretty good. It had a lot of good qualities, but running wasn't one of them. And it was going to be really expensive to fix it, so expensive that I thought it was prohibitive. I just didn't want to spend that much money on a stupid
I
boat.
don't know, Marion, if
Did it get crushed? Did it get
It was like what I paid for the boat, basically, in order to get it fixed. And that was ridiculous. So I just
How did it get damaged?
gave it away, basically. What?
Sorry? How did it get damaged? Does it get crushed?
Well, the freeze, it hadn't been winterized. See, I didn't even know a boat needed to be winterized.
I didn't know
But around
if
here,
they
the
heard-
winters are so warm, it had already been through one winter and no problems at all. And so the second winter, I just figured, well, it'll probably be warmer this winter than it was next winter, so I don't have anything to worry about. And then this
Let's hope
freeze
so.
just came out of nowhere,
Yeah.
and I didn't realize that it could do that much
I
damage
don't
to
know if you
boat.
all heard about this on your side of the pond, but we had a massive freeze last winter, and Texas, west and northwest Texas gets some snow, but the rest of us have generally mild winters. And if we get any snow or ice at all, it only lasts a couple of days. That's the usual state of affairs. But this winter, the storm hit and that kept us bound up in ice and snow for how long was it, Mary Jane? Was 2 weeks?
Well, I think it was about 4 days.
Oh no, it was
And
longer than that. It seemed like forever to me.
well,
But
yeah, I remember 4 days and of having all this snow on the ground and having it just I was out of power for
yeah,
probably
and the
36 hours. It seemed like
most
2 days, but
because we rarely get that kind of weather, most of the electrical grid went out. So there were thousands and thousands of people stuck without any electricity. And then there were water problems
yeah,
because
we no sooner got
the
the
water,
electricity going, but the water was out.
the water
Or we
treatment
had
plants,
to boil. Yeah, we
yeah,
had to
the pumps
boil
in the water treatment plants went out.
it.
And so the water was bad. And, and because we're just not a cold weather place, most of these Texas cities didn't have, like snow plows or a good supply of salt or any of those things. We just had never
Yeah, we were
seen
advised
weather
not to
like that.
drive anywhere if we could
Yeah,
possibly
if
avoid
you
it.
lived in Minnesota, you wouldn't have blinked, right? But Texas just fell apart. So I'm hoping we won't have that this year.
Yeah, somebody ought to write a song about it. It's I don't know. Sometimes if things are too personal and too overwhelming, you just can't manage.
Yeah, we were also traumatized. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, no, yeah, it's always sort of wet in Manchester. Manchester's just wet, and you don't get much snow. You might get
so
sprinkles.
y'all are related, I take it. You have the same last
Oh, no,
name.
we're not.
You're not. How did
At
this
least as
happen?
far as we know.
Just no, yeah,
Yeah,
I
we
know.
talk about this all the time. It happens that my grandmother's name was Marion Sorrell. So, so I thought that was cool. But we can't see where we're related at all.
Well, that's amazing that you've.
She has a different spelling of the name, I think.
Yeah,
Who
but my
knows?
father changed his name during the war, so his name
Yeah,
was.
and I'm sure our family changed with that funny spelling. Our name got changed somewhere. So who knows? Way back in the generations, we may well be related. Sorel, spelled S-O-R-E-L, is a very common name in France. So I don't know if that has anything to do with.
I think my father probably got that wrong, because if I seem to remember, he said he called himself after Julien Sorel in Le Rouge et Le Noir.
Yeah.
He picked up that name, and he had to change his name because he joined the
Could
English
be.
army.
Well, we spell ours with a capital R in the middle of the name,
I
and
know, it's
nobody
very
knows
odd.
why.
Oh.
Nobody has the faintest. There've been all these stories and theories, but I don't credit any of them actually. But it's a nice little conversation piece to carry around.
Yeah. So did y'all know each other before? You're just a drop in from the
No,
pond, across the pond, as he
Paul
said it.
Clark's folksel singing section.
Oh, yeah,
The folksel group, yeah.
Yeah. So
And
I
you
don't
were-
get around to many of these, but I like that one. It's every Wednesday, and it's a large group and very interesting people. It's like the geographic breadth of it is more than any.
Well,
of
how
them.
do they get all the songs in? I mean, how long does it go if there was like
Well,
40 people?
I
Because
think you only get one. You only get
Just
one song.
just one.
yeah, so he has a system where the newer people can slip in an extra song, and sometimes a few people maybe get two. but mostly it's one song
Mostly one.
piece.
Do they try to do short songs or
No.
no? Because a lot of these songs
Funny,
are
Marion's
long.
there, so no, a lot of people do these long English ballads and Celtic songs that just go on, tell a story and go on for quite a long time. But it's fun. People come and they go.
Oh,
It's
so
like,
they don't stay for the whole time
yeah.
necessarily.
Yeah, when I
How long does it last?
About
about
3
3
hours.
hours. I
3
think.
hours.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, but the first time I came, I thought, oh, I don't know if I can keep this up. Certainly not every week, but I've been there every week since. It's so much
Well,
fun.
I can't remember what's the name of the person that runs it, because he turned up at our Manchester sing,
Paul.
and then from the
Paul
Manchester
Clark.
Paul
Paul.
Clark.
Yeah, well, there's another person who's on, I think, in the U.S. Deborah.
Deborah
Yeah,
Cheeseman
Deborah's
or
last
Chessman
name.
or something like that. Yeah.
But they kind of jointly run it. Paul
Oh
does,
right, yes I do. That's right. Yes, 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 yes.
right.
Yes,
Paul puts out the mailings and so on.
yes, yes, yes.
And he's
yes.
so delightful. I just love listening to Paul. He tunes his guitar lower than normal, so it has this very soft rolling quality to it when he sings
Right.
these songs.
Right.
I'm
I
a
don't
big
know
fan of
anything
Paul.
about
And he
music. I
often
don't know.
joins our sessions on Saturday. So.
Mm.
Well, it's a bit early, but I'm
Yeah.
sort of done for the day. Are you
I'm
guys
done.
okay?
Well, it's
Yeah.
fine with
All right.
me because we're probably about ready to leave the lake too, and Bob
Okay.
doesn't have anything to
Very
do.
good.
I don't know what he's doing, but I told him I wanted to
Well,
do it.
But the small sessions have their virtues because we do get to talk and, not
Yeah.
rush between songs. And that's kind of nice. I like it more when there's maybe a dozen people. That's a good size. So maybe we'll get back where we were. And if we don't, we'll just go sing together in other places. So.
Yeah.
Now, normally, David sings us out with The Parting Glass, but I can't convincingly sing The Parting Glass, so I will.
Well, that's it. I've forgotten that he does it at Stone Soup too. I actually have a copy of it, but I didn't bring it out here to the lake, so I'm not going to volunteer to sing it either. I didn't even think
Maybe
about
YouTube
that.
video of David singing it. So if you want to hear it, you can watch it.
Yeah. Well, he does it in the same key that I do, which is very handy, but he does have a little bit of a different approach to it.
Well, he
So.
plays it with the concertina and then does this other.
Well, yeah, his metering, like when I had to learn how to sing it with him, I wanted to play it. If he was going to play it and it was in the right key, I wanted to do it here on Zoom. And so I usually do sing and play along with him, but I'm on mute, of course. And then when he does that little tune, an extra tune on the concertina afterwards, that I don't know.
If you want to hear concertina music, you should tune into the Folksel because they're abundant concertina players on that, melodeon players, and so on.
Well,
So I shall bid you adieu. And
okay.
thanks so much for joining us, Marian. I'm sorry we didn't have a large
As
audience for
I
you.
said,
but
it
we
was
enjoyed
just on
it.
the off chance, and I just
Yeah,
thought,
this is the smallest Stone Soup I've ever seen, but I have been at Stone Soup before when it dwindled down to this. Like I had 2 occasions where Stuart and David and I were the only people left.
Well,
So we were going around in
those
a
are the
circle
hardcore, you
and
and Stuart.
using up, and they didn't want to stop. They were going to go till 5. And so I kept having to add songs, pull songs out
David
from
will
someplace and play them that I wasn't even prepared to play.
David would go to 10 or midnight if you let him, And Vincent from someplace in Northern Ireland.
Derry.
You'll know Vincent.
Derry.
Marian.
Sorry, so what
Isn't
time is
Jerry?
it with you?
Vincent and Marion. His wife's name is Marion. Have you ever seen them?
They're from Derry and they're often on Foxhole. He's a large man and
Yeah, he's large and
he's a very entertaining.
they
singer.
both sing a cappella.
Mhm.
So
Well, some of
they're
the other things, the Manchester's pretty well only a cappella. That's
I see.
quite a few of the ones I go to are only a cappella. So.
Well, I think I shall end this session the way that
Okay.
Vincent ends most of his songs. He says, "There you go." So take care,
That's
everybody.
fine.
We'll
So
see you in
long.
one
It's
place or
been
another
nice.
pretty soon. Bye-bye.